Studnik Aquatics here. I have this 75-gallon tank that I've been set up for soft corals, and I'm using a siphon overflow, and I built my own sump with a sump baffle kit. Turn on the light. And I've been having some problems. The overflow I'm using is a CPR CS100. It moves 800 gallons per hour. And it works very well, and I have the aqua lifter pump. If you lose electricity, it starts right back up. But the problem is I could not maintain an equilibrium in my sump, and no matter what I did, it wouldn't maintain. I can move the baffle up and down, and it didn't matter. So, and what I was doing was I was trying to adjust it with a gate valve on the intake. And there's also a sponge filter in that overflow, and so I removed it so there's no more restrictions there, because I have plenty of mechanical filtration with socks in here. And I realized that this overflow box is moving 800 gallons an hour, but this pump, it's 1023, but by the time you figure 4 foot of head pressure plus 3 90-degree angles, that's 7 foot of head pressure. And when you figure that into it, I'm only moving around 500 gallons an hour on my pump. So the pump couldn't keep up. And that was the problem. The pump is too small for the amount of water coming in. So what I've done is I have completely shut the bottom system down. I have emptied the overflow box. I have shut off my return pump, and I've isolated the top from the bottom. And in order to keep water moving in the bottom, I have 2 reactors in there, a carbon and a phosphate reactor. Pumps are on one end, they're putting water in the other. When I get everything going again, I'll just probably change out the sump water, so that won't be an issue. And I did go ahead and isolate it from the top, and I'm gonna order a bigger pump, one that's closer to that 800 gallons an hour, and then I should be fine. I can just adjust the baffle to a certain level, and everything will work out great. So it was really frustrating, because no matter what I did, by the time I got home from work, this level in the sump would be lower or it would be higher, and it never stayed in one spot. And at one point, I had the auto top off down in the sump, and it would actually drop just a little bit because this pump couldn't keep up. And because there's more water coming in than what it can kick out, and as it would drop, the auto top off would kick fresh water in. And of course this can't keep up, so it kicked all that water up to the display tank. And it did it all day long while I was at work. And when I got home from work, it was within probably a 1/4 inch of overflowing the top tank. And it took me a while to figure out what was going on, but it's just been a constant problem. And I finally realized, after looking at some saltwater forums, that my problem is, and I really thought that I bought the right pump, but I didn't. I didn't figure enough head pressure. I knew I was going to have the head pressure going up, but I didn't figure in my 3 90-degree angles on my hard plumbing. And so by the time you figure that, I'm looking at 7 foot of head pressure, and I'm just not moving enough. So I'm going to order a new pump, put it in there, and that should solve my problem. And I think it's going to be fine. If I do that and there's still an equilibrium problem, I'm going to buy a different aquarium that is drilled, because I have a 240-gallon aquarium downstairs that's drilled. It's wonderful. It's just a perfect system. And this has been frustrating. So everybody's doing really good, though. My 3 little corals, my Kenya tree has tripled in size. My little toadstool leather has at least doubled, if not tripled. The little devil's hand, he's pretty slow. But everything's working really, really well. My skimmer is pulling out some really nasty stuff. It's doing its job. So I did add this cheapo hang on the back filter, so I have some mechanical filtration since I don't have this sump going anymore with socks. So anyway, I just want to do that update and let you know that I was having some problems, but I do have it completely separated now. I even emptied the overflow box so that it can't siphon through that gate valve, and I actually lifted this return up out of the water, so there's no way that it could back siphon past my check valve and seep water. So everything will be fine now. I'm going to order my pump, put it in there, and hopefully that solves my problem, and I will keep you posted. So this is Studnik Aquatics, and thanks for watching.